Hello. This is the start of my Morrowind playthrough. Um, on the Xbox One, but it's the original Xbox version. It's like the game of the year. I think it's whatever the one's on Xbox. But yeah, it's not my first playthrough of the game. I've played before, but I never finished it, and I skipped a lot of the game, so I probably played like a fifth or fourth of the game. I can't say a third. I feel like that's too much, but I feel like I haven't actually played the game yet. Um, but yeah, but now's the time I can finally start this playthrough. This was the playthrough in my past videos. I was talking about like a new series I was gonna start, and here we are. It's the Elder Scrolls. I'm gonna be playing the Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5, and then probably by then it'll be the 6th game if I'm still creating stuff by then. I should probably be reading it.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Okay, I came up with a name. It's not that creative, but Saint JS is gonna be the name of our character. So let's do it.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
The left thumbstick moves you, and the right thumbstick looks around. Goodbye, brother. Jib.
You better do what they say.
See ya, Jib. Goodbye, my brother. How's that? I like that a little more. What's your name? So we wake up from a dream. We're in some boat.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Yes, sir. So I'm like a prisoner or a slave. Look up the hatch and press A to open it. I think I got my buttons configured a little different.
We can move on.
Okay, 2 guards. My buttons are a little different. Mine's Y.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Okay, this is the character creation. I have a build I've made. I've actually made this like a year ago. I'm doing the playthrough now with this channel now. I have a specific playthrough I've made, but I'm going Dark Elf, because that's the native for Morrowind. So I thought that's what I want to play as, Dark Elf.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release. Head on in.
Hello, sir.
Ah, yes. We've been
What's up?
expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Yep. I made a list. Finally, I'm at the time where I can actually... Oh, man. I have a picture, actually. I hope... Okay. Answer his questions, give him the info. Okay, answer his questions, generate class, give him the info picked from the class list. Fill out forms yourself, create custom class. I have a custom class I'm gonna be doing. My name, oh that's the name of the class. How do I spell this? Let me look it up. Don't mind me. Okay, my specialization is combat. My favorite attributes is gonna be endurance, and I know I just switched it out, but strength. I had to battle between agility and strength for the second one, 'cause endurance I feel should be the best, number one. I am picking strength because a lot of the skills I'm going to be using, as you can see as I fill them in, is more strength based, so I thought why not go strength besides agility. You know, agility is good for I think it was dodging attacks, and I think it helps your speed a little bit too, or I think it's also good for like health. I know it's good for not getting hit, agility, but I thought with strength, you'll see my skills actually. Endurance improves your health, so I wanted that. And then combat because you have specialization combat, magic, or stealth. And I'm magic. Magic they say is kind of hard for a new player. I'm a new player. Like what I played this much of the main story and other stuff, and I skipped everything else. And I never finished the game. But I like combat, and stealth is not good, I would say. So my major skills, the first and most important one is what's going to be your main weapon. If you're magic, you know, you are going to pick magic. I pick long blade. I've always went long blade. I really want long. The good thing about long blade is that they're common. They're from early game to late game, you get cool, good stuff. They're like kind of like a main kind of weapon to get. So yeah, long weapon. Also the thing about the race of, let me save it, of being a dark elf, but I'll save it. Next thing is my armor I thought about, and I thought light, medium, heavy. Well, I want actual armor because I'm more of like I'm gonna be more of a combat player. So I didn't want light, so now I have to battle between medium and heavy. And right off the bat, I didn't want super heavy armor. Like if you go heavy armor, like that's gonna take up all, like takes up all your weight. So naturally I want medium because I don't really want light. Well, light's cool, but medium and light. And I think medium armor, you get good armor later on. No, I think it's actually like mid game you kind of peak out. So it's not my, I prefer heavy armor, but I don't like how heavy the heavy armor is, you know what I mean? So because the heavy armor, like you have like the cool Daedric and that ebony armor, which I would like to wear. Would be cool like later on in the game, get to that, but it takes too much weight and I want to hold stuff. That was what I should have mentioned. That's the thing with the strength and the combat or whatever, that you get heavier weight, and I don't know if I'm gonna be carrying a bunch of weapons and other stuff like that, but I want to be able to hold stuff. So I'll go medium armor. But because I had a lot of skills left, I know it's already selected. I picked heavy armor so I can kind of mix it up ever so slightly. I guess later on in the game, if I want to, put on full heavy armor, you know. So yeah, for my major skills, what was next? If I don't remember, check the picture. Actually, heavy armor may not be a major skill. That's okay. It doesn't really need to be. Yeah, it is. So my next two for major skill was alchemy and mysticism. Mysticism, because this is what I was gonna say earlier. The race of dark elf, they naturally have like a slight boost in mysticism. I think it was destruction magic, more in the mysticism. Other stuff. I think endurance. No. It was other stuff. I don't remember. Few other stuff. I mean, all the races, they have their own skills, but the thing that's really cool that the dark elf has this, and that the dark elf has it, and that and equipping this skill is because I don't have high magic intelligence. Well, the intelligence, that's what the dark elves have. They have intelligence. They don't have willpower, which is kind of sucks. They might have some magic because of the intelligence, I think, but the willpower is low. So alliteration and mysticism is naturally is low, and I don't have a magic build, so that's the lows I have is willpower, which affects mysticism, I'm pretty sure. But dark elf has a boost, and I put this on a major skill because you really do want this as a major skill in the game. I was doing my research, and when I saw like you want mysticism and alliteration, I don't know how to say it. Whatever, I'll show it. This alteration, that's what it was, alteration. That's the two you want. Mysticism is probably the most important magic skill, because for everyone, for any kind of playthrough, because you have the mark and recall, which is why I really picked it. Alteration is cool too, but I have to pick it. Okay, I just quickly did it real quick. So I have mysticism, I have alchemy, because without having like real magic ability, having alchemy, I feel like it can help overcome any like non-magic ability I have. Have armor because of just to repair my weapons and armor. Like the idea of having this skill besides going into town and paying someone to do it. I'd rather get a bunch of hammers, get good quality hammers, and repair my armor. That's just me. That's just how I want to play. I have speechcraft because it's kind of needed. And I don't have much in the personality side, in game and well, let me just so yeah, that would help. Speechcraft is, I feel like I was picking between this and the merchant one, the merchant skill. I think that helps like bartering basically, but the speechcraft will be good for, I think, like quest, and I think it would be good for, it kind of helps with like all stuff in that spectrum. So I picked speechcraft. I think my character's speechcraft was kind of low, but I think dark elves have good personality, I think, or they have good personality towards other dark elves, so that's a plus for you know, if you're in Morrowind or Vanderfell. Really, you're in Vanderfell, I think. Yeah, you're in Vanderfell, but the game's Morrowind. Blunt weapon, because I want another weapon. I want a second weapon. I don't just want to use long blades. I want to have an additional weapon type, and why not? I can. Right? Like I can absolutely do that. That's what I'm doing. So I picked blunt weapon. I picked specifically that over everything else because I think it has cooler weapons like mid game or late game around there, so I can switch between two different weapon types. And I think early game they're both really high, and I think dark elves have an extra boost in blunt weapon, or just like in the skill points. Like I think I start off actually higher in the blunt. No, probably not. Yeah, probably not. no matter. But anyways, I can do long weapon stuff, and I could build blunt weapon whenever else I want. But I'll start off with long weapon specifically. And alliteration, I actually forgot I had this. Also with alchemy, it's tied with intelligence, which is what I have somewhat in. It's not my lowest, it's not my highest. I think it's more mid-low. But alliteration, I've got this because looking around, they suggested have mysticism and alliteration and alteration. Sorry, regardless of whatever, because you can just pay and get your level ups, which you know I know that you can do that. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Alliteration have a lot of cool spells. Oh, I also had this because I don't have much for lock picking. Alliteration, they have lock picking spells, so that's why I picked that. And athletics, speed. We're gonna be running. I actually originally had this at a major skill, but online people were saying it's not a good idea because it's easy to over level, and you don't want to over level the wrong skills. So, but I wanted something for speed. It was that between that and acrobatics. People are saying like don't even have acrobatics, have athletics, but have athletics in a main minor skill. So, and all of these, honestly, some of these I kind of had to force myself to add because a lot of the stuff I wanted, long blade, medium armor, I kind of wanted alchemy, blunt weapon I wanted, and armor. The rest of the stuff I kind of just tacked on just to tack on. So I'm pretty okay with the build. I think it's a pretty good build. And look, this build is to do, I can't say 100% because I know you have to do different playthroughs to really experience 100% of the game. But like this is gonna be a pretty thorough playthrough. Like I plan and I want to do like all of the side stuff that I can. I know when it comes to like main story stuff and like the main, I don't want to spoil, but main faction stuff, you can only do certain kinds. But there's a whole other game, a bunch of quests and bunch of stuff you can go and do. And that's what this playthrough is gonna be. It's gonna be a pretty thorough full playthrough, as much as it can be for like a one campaign story character run. It's gonna be, yeah, character run. It's gonna be as thorough as it can for us, one character playthrough. Maybe in the future I'll post more, probably not because it's important. Probably say this again. I am going to be, I've had this series planned out to be probably at least a year. In a year, I'll put 200 hours, and maybe, I can't tell the future, but maybe by then, and hopefully by then, I'll actually be finishing the game. I'm gonna be doing the DLC, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing the DLC. Then I'm gonna be ending the main quest. Like last thing I'll do is the main quest. That's kind of how I want to do it. I've heard that you should do the DLC after the main quest, but it doesn't feel fitting to me. Like the end of the game is the end of that playthrough. Then after that, I'll be instantly going to Oblivion, and then hopefully Oblivion doesn't take long. I can start doing some Skyrim, or maybe I'll focus on other games because I have a lot of games I want to play. I'm hyped. But then after that, it'll be Skyrim. Okay, yeah, be Skyrim. Let me focus on this. But yeah, this is my build. I believe it'll be good. I believe it'll be okay.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign.
This is very important for the build.
What would that be?
I got somewhat criticized for this. It boosts up the most important skill I have, I believe, which is endurance. It boosts up personality, which is something I'm lacking, and it can help out a lot. And I have speechcraft, so it will help out real good. I think this build's really great. I think this build's really great. I'm picking the lady. I'm not even gonna look at the other birth signs. The lady it is. But I'm pretty sure this might mark the end of like the part 0 of the character creation. I like to separate it because the first playthrough, I want the first the technical first video for this series. I don't want it to be a bunch of yapping in the first 20 minutes. I like to I want to kind of cut it up after the character creation, show the character creation in the start, show bits of the intro in the start. Then I'm going to do a proper, kind of like a proper part 1 Yeah, proper part 1 intro. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it for the character creation. I'm not gonna cut here, so I'm gonna keep going. But for people watching part 0, thank you. Come watch part 1 if you want, but part 1 will be continuing on with the game. Let's go.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Okay, so this is going to be our build. Our name is Saint JS. Our race is the Dark Elf. Class Nevavar. What does that class entail? Our sign's also the lady. So no. So I should probably show a screenshot of the build. But let me take a look. Endurance, personality, luck. Oh, hey, this is the build. The misc. This is actually interesting for me to look at. I'm gonna take a peek at this. Major skills. My highest is long blade, which is good. I could use the long blade real quick. I just gotta get my hands on it. Medium armor and heavy armor is the same, which is nice. Alchemy is low. Mysticism is high. That's really good. That's really good for us. Armor is actually kind of low. I can get that up. Speechcraft is low. I should get that up. Blunt weapon doesn't even need a really. Oops, sorry. Blunt one doesn't really need to be moved. Alliteration is low. It's not as important as mysticism, in my opinion, because mysticism has the mark and recall. Athletics is that will go up. So nice. So block. I don't think I'm gonna be using a shield. So axe, spear. I won't be using those. Enchantment. I heard enchantment was not the best, or it's kind of like a bad skill to have. I guess if I need it, I can upgrade it. But if I'm not wrong, it's a did too early. I was gonna say I think it's a bad skill to have, and that if anything, it's probably better to pay. And plus, I don't think it's tacked with anything I'm good at. I think it's willpower, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure now it's gonna start. So this might be the end for the part 0. This is the official end of part 0. So if it is, see ya. If not, it's gonna be weird. But thank you for watching. See ya.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for. Okay. Read your papers by pressing A while looking at them. Then select take to pick them up. Yes, sir. Where are my papers? Isn't this right here? Okay. For release by Emperor Ural Septim, the 7th degree, to the district of Vanderfell in the province of Morrowind. My name, Saint JS. My race, Dark Elf. Class, Nevavar. That's the name I picked for it. Signed by Suckiest, whatever, agent of the Saint Denis Imperial Census and X's. I don't know. 16th of the last seed, 3E. Okay, I don't need to see all that. You now have an inventory. You can see what you are carrying. Like all menus, press B to use your new menu. The trigger cycles between menus. Press B again to exit your menu. Can I talk with you? Put your hands away. Oh my. A suggestion: get yourself a more suitable outfit, unless you don't mind being mistaken for a slave or a pauper. Nice. Let's leave that. Hey, my character. Oh man, I forgot I could customize my character. I completely forgot to change my character. Okay, give me a second.